Yee.
You actually did it.
I can't believe I did this,
You
folks, but
actually did
welcome,
it.
welcome to Destroying Kayfabe. I'm your host, CM Styles. I can't believe. Hey, you know what? You know what? I don't want to hear it, Austin. You dared me to do it. I did it. Now it's going to cost you later after the show. But I am your host, CM Styles. And along with me today, as you can see, is the one, the only, the show off himself, Austin Hollis. Uh, Lion Claw can't be with us tonight. Haven't heard from him all day. Hopefully he's doing good. But hey, you're still around. You're still part of the family. Keeping things going strong. Tonight, usually we don't do this as much. But seeing this is one of the four major pay-per-views out of the year, I cannot leave this out. And this is the Survivor Series predictions, or as I like to call it, the Survivor Series Showdown. Um, I guess we could call this a really stacked pay-per-view for 5 matches plus a pre-show. And, within the last several weeks, last several months of everything happened on Raw and SmackDown, mainly Raw, um, I guess you could say they finally gave it a build-up that it needed, one that it deserved. But it still left a really bad taste in my mouth. The way they were doing things, a lot of stuff was rushed, a lot of swerves to go with it. Um, Kind of felt very Vince Russo-ish, if you ask me. But hey, what can you say? Before we do these predictions, any thoughts on these current events that have just happened on Raw and SmackDown, Austin?
Um, not really, actually.
Not really. Yeah, I
Nah.
mean, there's only so much that you can do on every show, and they're trying to do everything they can. And this right here, one of the biggest build-ups that I really don't see as an interest, but I see this as a farewell, which will probably be the opening matchup, which I'm predicting is going to be the opening matchup because if I was booking the pay-per-view, I would have this as a key startup because this is AJ's farewell, possibly her last match in the WWE for the time being, defending her Divas Championship against one half of the Bella Twins, Nikki Bella. I said this has got to be the opener, and we'll talk about the pre-show later. You know, over the last several months since SummerSlam, when we saw the Nikki Bella heel turn, that started drawing things closer and closer to her wanting to be a Divas champion, and she sold out quicker than me dropping a hat. That's how quick she sold out. But it was also predicted because we read into the dirt sheets, as everyone calls it and despised. But hey, if it wasn't such a rumor, then why did it happen? But I see Nikki Bella and Brie Bella reuniting as the Bellas after this whole entire thing, this sister severance type thing where she's pushing her around. Nikki or Brie actually uses her twin magic against her and causes AJ to lose her match, especially with this last match that what was it? AJ kicked her and DDT'd her right into the mat. So that planted that seed to where we might see Brie not accept what AJ did to her after even causing quite a distraction, you know, during this whole little shenanigans that's been going on. But yeah, I think AJ's time is up. It's time for her to give the title over to a diva, which I'm not a big fan of. But we're gonna. It's sad to see you go, AJ. If this is the real deal. Best of luck with you and Phil out there in the real world. You're always gonna have a fan in me, regardless if he blocks me or not. Um,
Which I've
yeah,
tried.
and like I said, with your winner being Nikki Bella, thanks to Brie, um, what do you predict out of all this coming up?
You just basically said everything I was gonna say. So yeah, Nikki Bell is gonna take the win, and we may see the last of AJ Sunday.
Yeah, it's sad to say that because I really would hate to see her go, but even as a Divas champion, she came back, got it just like that after several months of being away. And then on top of that, being the Divas champion, she really hasn't defended as much, which was kind of a sign. And then they were really lazy with her character overall. So hey, I can't complain about her character development because there was none thanks to creative. Now we do have another match which could possibly be match number 2 of the evening, and which I'm going to call match of the night, as we have the loose cannon, or Mr. Unhinged, or the Animal Unleashed, whatever you want to call this guy, Dean Ambrose, up against the creepiest guy on the roster, Bray Wyatt. Um, I don't remember there being a stipulation to this match, so I want to say this match is going to end as a double countout for the fact that neither men should get buried by any means necessary because they're going to put it all out there. And the WWE is going to find every way to make sure one of these guys lose. And Bray really hasn't been on a losing streak since, since the split of the Wyatt family. And we'll talk a little bit about the Wyatt family here in a bit as well. But I don't see Bray getting put under, but I don't see Ambrose as well. I'm going to call this either a no contest, or if anything, the match end in a DQ somehow. But I highly see that happening. So I'm going to say this match right here is a possible count-out match. Austin, what do you think is going to happen during this event?
I actually think they're going to give the match to Bray Wyatt because, him coming back, him just being how he's been in the past, him bringing that back. No doubt in my mind it's going to be a solid, maybe match of the night, but I do think this match is going to go to Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, you can give it to either men, and it really doesn't matter because the fans are going to get what they want. But it's just, I don't know where you're going to go with this. I mean, one guy has a win, one guy has a lose, but you can make both not win. You can do a double count out or double DQ or tomorrow night, and then they can run a feud for the next month or so going into the Rumble, and that should be really, really interesting. There's some stipulations in along the way, but at the same time, creative probably doesn't have any idea where they're going with the story as well, because we've seen a couple people talking to DK about the way that creative's really been lackluster with these characters, by any and every means. And yes, I've been paying attention to what they have to say. I listen to the people, unlike some big name company. If they had their way, you would put Bray Wyatt over. But at the same time, you'll find every way to have Dean Ambrose win because of the psychology game that Bray has put on to Dean. He threw the whole family, issue out there. That's a way to weaken one guy's, morality as a character. But overall, I would hope to see both of them beat the hell out of each other. I would love to see every spot hit. But in the end, we could see a Sister Abigail hit on this, and it could be Bray's match. But I'm still going with the no contest. And then we'll move into the next match, which I would book as match number 3, as we have a Fatal 4-Way Tag match for the WWE Tag Team Championship, as we have Miz and Mizdow up against the Usos, up against the Los Matadors, and last but not least, Gold and Stardust. I don't see the Usos getting the titles back anytime soon. The Los Matadors have been put up in a main event spot one time and one time only, but I've also been getting pushed closer and closer to the titles. But for some reason, I don't see Gold and Stardust walking out with the titles, because we're going to see possibly The Miz and Mizdow become the next WWE Tag Team Champions. A lot of people are predicting that they're going to see Miz turn on Mizdow, because throughout these last several months, Miz has been pretty much thrown under the bus with the whole Mizdow stunt double part, and everyone's over on Mizdow. or as I just like saying it, Damien Sandow. Sandow is one hell of an actor. Um, I don't know if he's taking classes on this at whatsoever, but he's doing a fantastic job. I'm loving it. I'm digging it. I do hope that they do end it because it's been running its course for quite some time. But let me tell you, this guy can sell a fake injury no matter how hard you try. It could be legit, and he would still sell it just because he's there. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Miz and Sandow. Um, but if that doesn't happen, they probably would give it to the Los Matadors because they were, Vince has his target set right on these two guys, Fernando and Diego. Um, they've come quite a long way since their previous gimmick, and that really wasn't a gimmick. That was actually them. Um, but yeah, I want to see Miz and Sandow walk out tag champs. How about you there, Austin?
Take this with a grain of salt. Tomorrow night we will see the end of Miz and Mizdow when the Los Matadores will take the titles.
Yeah, see and that's the thing. This is predictable, but also unpredictable. What if they swerve us? That's the question right there. Um, Now we do have two more big matches to talk about here in a second, but we'll go ahead. I know this is something we should have talked about prior to all these matches, but we'll talk about now the pre-show match as it is Fandango up against who again?
Nobody. We're gonna
Oh,
see it.
that's
It's
right. This is going to be a round, or was it a round table or something like that?
gonna be him, Bad News Barrett, and I'm if I forgot who else.
I can't even remember, but they're really screwing around with the pre-show, setup and everything. I don't even remember if there was a match, but we could possibly see Bad News Barrett give a bullhammer. We're
I
supposed to
hope.
see we're supposed to see a new and improved Fandango. If they say new and improved, I'm hoping they don't mean like let's jack him up with roids or something, make him look extremely huge, and then he comes out and still dances because that's not new and improved whatsoever. That's a wellness violation and
And
30
it's just
days off
weird.
of the card for.
And it's just weird.
Yeah, I couldn't see that with Johnny Curtis.
No.
Or wherever the hell he wants to be gimmicked as. But yeah, the pre-show, I'm not even going to put any focus into it. I'm trying to put a lot of focus into the show, but at the same time, it's Sunday night and there's 2 episodes left, and I'm not going to miss them, for the world. And for that, I say The Walking Dead Sunday night. So you can watch that while watching the pay-per-view, which is on the WWE this month, free if you
And what are you
commit
talking about?
yourself.
It's been what are you talking about? It's been free for me ever since WrestleMania.
Yeah, but you can get it for $9.99 if you subscribe to the WWE Network. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the first. I guess we could say this is going to be one of the first match. Actually, I could see this as a match opener, but traditional rules, I'll probably do this last as a time filler. It'll be a quick match as we have Team Natalia up against, I believe it's Team Paige.
Oh Christ.
Um, yeah, as Natalia, Alicia Fox, Naomi, and Emma. 5-finger discount right there.
Oh wait. Is
As
that
we
a
have Paige, Cameron, Summer Rae, and Layla. If anything, I see Summer Rae, Layla, and Emma, Cameron, and Paige being the only ones eliminated, as Alicia Fox, Naomi, and Natalia have one hell of a talent. I could be wrong with this one, but I am going to go with Team Natalia. Um, Nata Tyson Kid's finally getting a push thanks to the Bunny. Um, maybe we'll see Natalia get somewhere as well. I would love to see that happen. Um, but yeah, that's my prediction for this match. How about you, Austin?
I gotta take Team Page with how the way they've been making the heel divas just at it, really.
It is what it is. 4-on-4 Divas action. We not like we haven't seen this before, where we saw WWE Divas versus the Anti Divas, or however the hell they did it back around WrestleMania. But yeah, it's going to be one hell of a cluster. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this main event. Um, the, this is what we've all been waiting for. Team Cena up against Team Authority. Um, the roster on Team Cena is really out of place. Um, we got Cena, we got Dolph, we got Big Show, we got Ryback, and we got Eric Rowan. Like I said, completely out of place. I guess they want us to be a big fan of Rowan, and you know what? I'm going to give him that shot because ever since his former partner, Luke Harper, said he was a team player, so he joined Team Authority. That kind of put things in a gridlock with both of them ever reuniting, as well as having Mark Henry, Rusev, Kane, and Seth Rollins as the team captain. Um, I'm going to say this is unpredictable because if Team Cena loses, they get fired. But at the same time, if Team Authority loses, they lose their power. So the
So it's
only thing I
basically a
could
fired versus fired, basically.
so the only thing I could say is even my furnace disagrees with this one right here. Um, I'm going to say this is going to have to give out to Team Cena because no one's going to get fired. And if they do happen to lose, spoiler alert, thanks to WWE.com, Sting is going to be a Survivor Series. So
wait, time out. Is it official now?
it's been made official according to WWE.
Oh! Dude.
Yeah, apparently he's going to come out and he's going to play a guitar solo, and he's not going to wear his
Oh.
makeup. I mean, it's all over no DQ as well. Uh, no, I was kidding. It wasn't
Oh,
confirmed by WWE, but it has
boo.
been a huge rumor. It's been mentioned all around. Um, but, you got into the details earlier that this is a one-time thing, only for the fact that they want fans and viewers to get more and more contact with the WWE Network, which you can get for only $9.99.
Shut the fuck up.
God forbid if I hear $9.99 one more time, I would just put my head through a wall because I'm so sick of hearing about the WWE Network. I'll order the pay-per-view if I have to. I will pay that whatever they want on.
$60.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be that much anymore. But hey, you know what? I can handle it. I can afford that. I could afford the $9.99 a month, but I don't want to watch all that content. It's edited, watered down. It's not what it was when I watched it 15, 20 years ago. So I won't commit myself anymore to that. Um, but yeah, we're going to give this to Team Cena only for the fact that if they lose, they're fired. Um, Team Authority has nowhere to go. They're desperate. They're doing everything they can to make sure that no one can compete. Sheamus, as we thought had a visa issue, was a legit injury, and I feel bad about that one because they used the visa line. But I guess doing that World's Strongest Slam on the table kind of helped enrage that injury that he was already nagging from. But yes, Team Cena, best of luck, Sheamus, in your recovery. And Authority, your time is up. Oh God, Cena's time is now. I don't
Please
even
don't
want to
say
think
that.
about it. This is the only
Please
time
don't say
people.
that.
This is the only time people are going to cheer for Cena, and it's not because of Cena. It's because of the rest of the team. Everyone loves Dolph. Everyone loves
Yeah.
Big Show. Everyone loves Ryback, and now everyone's going to start to love Eric Rowan. I mean, come on, Eric freaking Rowan, a Wyatt family member, and
Okay, let me just ask you this. Who else marked out whenever Eric Rowan came out Monday night?
I didn't even mark out. I was just like, what the hell is this? And literally, I said to myself, what is this? Did he get lost? They've been doing this whole stalker gimmick ever since he was, disbanded from Wyatt. But you know what? I'm giving him, without a shadow of a doubt, the biggest chance of his life to prove to me that he can be a top-name star. He can do it without his partner, Luke Harper. He can do it without Bray Wyatt. He can do this on his own because he's a big guy. He's got some talent. Not only that, he can fly. Both him and Harper can fly. So, so we got 6 to 7 foot freaking luchadors in that ring. And I just can't wait to see him and Luke, touch toes together on this one. But how about you, Austin?
I gotta go with Team Cena in this for just for the simple fact that a stipulation like this involving fired and John Cena, like we just know that that is a no. And with the rumors of Sting showing up tomorrow, that would be the perfect time to do it, making him the GM of Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, I would love to see him show up and pull a fast one
And you
because
know
that'd be
what?
best for business.
And you know what? This is the first time we really can't say highly unlikely.
Yeah, yeah. But there could also be that chance that WWE did that on purpose just to get everyone to watch the network. And if they do that, they're going to lose even more fans than they are now.
Exactly.
I
And I
mean,
hope they know that.
I don't think they're realizing what they're putting themselves through on trying to get a bigger fan base. But if I were in charge of the WWE with the whole network thing, I wouldn't BS with all this stuff. I wouldn't start throwing rumors out there. I would throw true facts. This is what you want. This is what you're going to get. But hey, you know what? I'm just some IWC junkie that loves these predictions because 99.9% of the time is actually true. And the fans don't want to hear about it. And then they're like, oh, it's not a rumor. It was a spoiler all along. And that's what you call the crying IWC.
And
I just read the stuff. Um, I
and we also
soak it
like to
in.
eat chicken wings and drink Shasta.
No. I
No,
don't
let's
watch
try that.
that.
That way. Yeah, wrong
I
group.
don't
Yeah,
watch that other company. But
wrong group.
yeah, we're with the wrong people on that one. We gotta talk to our agent. We gotta get our money back. But that's gonna wrap it up for this prediction. We hope you enjoyed the Survivor Series Showdown. I am CM Styles. It's the show off Austin H. We will see you next week, possibly for some pay-per-view reviews and the Raw review Tuesday night. Until then, good night, folks.